Hello, welcome back. Are we beginning to understand how many phrasal verbs work? Let's carry on. At the end of last chapter, I gave you a question. We talked about turn around, we talked about turn over, and we talked about turning back. Okay, and I asked you the question, what does turn away mean? Can you imagine? It's not very important, but it gives you an idea again of how the preposition changes the meaning of the verb. Turn away is a situation when you are talking to somebody, for example, and they ignore you. They turn away. It doesn't mean simply the physical action of turning. It also means that they decide not to listen to you, not to pay you attention. Okay? Again, I repeat, it is not because the phrasal verb turn away is important. What I want you to know is how to use the prepositions to convey the meaning you would like. Let's carry on. Now, today we've got a different exercise. I'm going to give you a series of questions. As always, I would like you to think, to stop the video, to think and then answer. Okay? Unfortunately, I don't have much space for this. Okay? In the materials, you can find this diagram. So I would like you to download this for reference for this exercise. Okay. I'm going to give you a series of questions. Now I would like you to think of phrasal verbs. The verb, what is happening, what the person or the animal is doing, and then in what direction. The verb, the preposition. What they are doing, in what direction. Okay, so let's start with the mouse. The mouse. The mouse gets, we will talk about get later and why it is get and not go. Okay, gets, and the answer is, remember to stop the video, the answer is gets into the basket. The mouse gets in. The mouse gets into the basket. Okay, now the mouse, again the verb is the same. Okay, we will talk about get later and the difference between get and go, but the verb is get. Answer, the mouse gets out of the basket. Good. Now what is happening? Again, we can use the same verb, or we could use the verb climb, for example, or we could use get. Both are appropriate in this case. But the preposition is different. So now the mouse has got onto or climbed onto the table. Okay, good. The mouse finally, again, the verb is the same. The verb is a movement. Simply the movement is get. So the verb is get. And the preposition is the opposite to on. Get on, and the opposite to on is off. The mouse gets off the table. Gets down. Yes, possible. Climbed down is also a possibility. Okay? So we are already beginning to see that phrasal verbs are not fixed. This means this, this means this. It is true that many phrasal verbs have one specific meaning. But in this type of phrasal verb, which is the first unit, where there are phrasal verbs of movement, this is very flexible. Very flexible. You have a mix of verbs and prepositions that you can combine as you prefer. Okay? So we're going to carry on with this. We are going to talk about the shorts, the hat, the book, the Coke, and the plane. So let's carry on in the next chapter.